because we were working with our events. So we have this interactive display that talks to our pointer event manager, which is this guy. And so what we need to do is we need to finish off this pointer event manager, which is under here. I think we just had a pointer event manager. So we have this here. So what we left off is the display event mouse pointer event manager, which talks to a pointing input source listener. So we could create this as a different class, but actually to be easier, we can actually just implement it right here. We can just say implements. Actually, I think we could just do comma now. Display or pointing. Pointing input source listener. And now we can put all this stuff here. Now just kind of beef up this class a bit, but this class is actually pretty simple in comparison, and it's kind of where all the subscriptions land. So what we need to do is pass these along to the handlers. So now we can just do conv pointer event manager test, and what we can do is test should pass events to handlers by node, display node. Okay, so we got our display node container. We register the pointer down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to call the event manager on pointer down, and we need a pointer event, so we can say pointer event create pointer event, and there'll be a display and the x and y. So we'll say this and this, and now we just need to put this f pointer event display node x int y int pointer event val pointer event equals new pointer event and val target display node screen x ret val screen y equals y return ret val. There we go. Pointer event. So now we've registered the event with the pointer down handler. So what we're going to do is we're going to say function pointer event. We'll just do PE. And now we're going to get this function call. So I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to say assert r equal pointer event is PE, and assert r equal display and the pointer event target. Shouldn't be that big of a shock there if that doesn't succeed. So I pass that through on pointer down. So what we need to do is we need to validate that the pointer event was called. So we say var cb called. There we go. CB called equals true. CB called search is true. CB called. That way it'll pass if this doesn't actually hit, which we don't want. So now it should fail. Or not work. Let's see here. Line 113. So display needs to go here. And there we have it. Let's make it true, it's false. So let's go here. I'm going to find our pointer down, and we're going to locate the subscribers. And because it's the subscribers, we don't actually know what event it's actually sitting upon. Oh, okay, so that kind of, it's an interesting interface, but it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to locate the subscriber, var subscriber, equals subscribers.getE.target. The subscriber is not equal to null. Actually, we'll just save that. Subscriber notify, the event name would be the type. So this is pointer event type pointer 1 down, and the args will be event. And we need to make this a string. So that's basically how that's going to work. So now what we could do is we need to make a test for should not pass events to handler if no event registered. If handler not registered. So we're going to do this, and it should be it's false. And let me say on pointer 2 down. So that should actually, yeah, that should succeed. Do on pointer 1 down. Yeah, so that succeeded. And then this should be if display node has no events. Okay, so now we want to do we take this off. We don't need that. I do need the pointer event. So yes. And so we've got display. So we need to just create the display. This one should crash. There we go. So if subscriber equals null, that will pass. There we go. I think that's it. Okay, so now we need to test should pass on all events. So now we can just do effectively this test, but we're going to do for every event. F assign event, and that's going to be event type enter event type, and we need the display. So one more thing we need to do is we need to maybe do on the, we can call this the CB counter int. And it's equal, r equal CB counter, and there's going to be some 9 or something like that, where they count this up. And so plus, so we can probably take all of this out. And we don't even need any of this. So assign events and pointer down. We could probably do this here, remove that. And so now we're going to go through and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move. Click. So that's all the left events. Two, 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 and three, 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 and this is going to be zoom. There we go. So we've got 12, 13. unknown display. Display. And that'll just display. So that'll fail. We got 1, should be 13. So what we need to do is we need to private inline function notify event, and we're going to get the pointer event, and the event type, pointer event type. Right. So now we can grab this, that here. This is going to be that, and this is going to be the pointer event type. Notify event e pointer event type, pointer 1 down. That should make no change. We still have 1 fail. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we don't have double click. Pointer double click. So pointer click, pointer 2 down, up, click. It's going to be 14. Double click. And then we have then pointer 3 down, up, click. There we go. So 2, and then pointer 1 move doesn't actually make sense. So we're just going to put this as a special case here. I'm going to call this pointer move. I'll put it 105 event. It's strange for some reason, so we could probably just do this. Clean. Okay, and it looks like it didn't actually hit all of them. Because we didn't call them on pointer up, on pointer click on pointer move on pointer right down on pointer right up click double click and middle down, middle up, click. Down, up, click, move, double click, down, up, click, down, up, click. And that still failed. 11. How many do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14. Down, up, move, click, double that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Down, up. Okay, so this one doesn't make sense. That would make sense. Move. Move. So that's 4, 7, 10, 11, 12. And we're getting 11. Because we didn't do unscroll. There we go. So now we've got the CA pointer input CA pointer event manager test. So we've got all that being tested. And I think we may need to do the same thing for here. So we've created that, so we did this. It should give us 0. There we go. And input CA pointer. Yeah, sometimes I wonder, I wish it gave us some better information on what is not being hit, but it should all be hit. Middle, yeah, these are all being dispatched. So let's just continue on. So now that we have this in place, we have our two-dimensional interactive display. And what we need to do is we need to, actually one more thing, we need to add a test here, which is the remove. Say should trim subscriber map when no events left. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this, ka-chow, and we're going to then do our event count, and actually we don't need to do that, and now we need to unregister these. Unregister event, unregister event, unregister event, unregister event, and we say assert is null. Event manager subscribers get display. So that should fail. There's our fail, and then we need to go here and we're going to do for is there a subscriber? No, there's actually no way to know. Subscribe map for sub-in subscriptions. Return. Subscribers remove display. So that passes. And so that's cleaned up, and then this one actually good as well. So that'll be that. So we need to make sure that it gets destroyed as well. So we need to go back here and say assert, actually, object creator, dispose instance, is cast is not null, verify. Subscriber. And so now we can do batch. So that'll clean up everything. Ooh, didn't actually hit. Should trim subscriber map when no events left. Dispose. So there we go. So now that's in place. Oh, come on, what is it? $145. Okay, so now we've got a two-dimensional interactive display. Two-dimensional interactive display test, which I went through and sort of stubbed out all the missing tests that we have so we can track them down better. So if we look here, we've got like some zeros. This way we can actually run tests, clean up our test coverage, but we're getting there. So private var interactive display, two-dimensional interactive display, and our event manager. Okay. Event manager equals mock pointer event manager interactive display two-dimensional interactive display equals event manager interactive display equals new two-dimensional interactive display init. Now should register events on event manager. So event manager register event interactive display, and we're going to call this the pointer event type pointer one down handler cast is not null. Actually, what we'll do is we'll say var pointer one down need pointer event. Okay, and that'll be the pointer down, one down. Now, interactive display, register pointer event type, pointer one down, pointer one down. And this is going to be verify. There we have it. So now, getting close. Close others. I've always said that in the past. We're getting close, and then we run into some problem. So, pointer event manager register event. Display node is this. The type is type and handler. There we go. There's our success. Now we need to do test shared and register events on event manager. I'm going to register and then unregister. Unregister. Unregister event. This is actually pretty easy. Register event. What we're going to do is we're going to override and dispose. So this one failed. I think it's because we implemented after the run. So test should remove all events on dispose. And so now, there we go. We're going to do this. Unregister all. Verify. So interactive display dispose. Enter event manager and register all. Yes. So there we go. We have our input to doing a couple tests. Oh, that's two. So it's display two-dimensional interactive. So it's fully tested, covered all the code paths anyways. It doesn't necessarily mean it's perfect, but that's the core. So what we need to do now is we need to hook up this to our core. Okay, here's our injection settings, and what we need to do is right around here when we create our logger, asset loader. It seems pretty early for those things, but we'll have this open this up so that don't miss anything. This will be our event manager. Pointer event manager. And this class is all sorts of screwy. So it's going to be input pointer event manager. And so equals object factory create instance. And this is going to be the input ca pointer event manager. Okay. Injector value pointer event manager. This is going to be event manager. So that's plugged in, and then we need to talk to our, this is the event manager. Okay. We need to talk to our interactive. I think it's under display. Two-dimensional interactive something. So that's going to be under here. So that's going to be display 2 dot this. Equals event manager. So that's in place. What is left? We've got our renderable layer manager. Which is this, so that's fine. That's the, what do we need? need this guy. We'll put this up here, var mouse handler delegate. And we're going to do injector dot map value to mouse handler delegate. I think that's most of what we need. And then, so that'll map to our renderer, car renderer. So that'll input the display event mouse input handler. Display event mouse input handler. That's that. And so that'll pass off to the display event mouse handler delegate. And then this will inject the pointing input source listener, which is the pointer event manager. Right. Yes. Injector map value. And this is going to be the pointing input source listener event manager. So now let's see what our build does. Ka 2D renderer. 2D renderer. That's under line 3. This is injection settings. Line 113. Object factory. And Ka pointer event manager. Ka pointer event manager is input Ka. Ooh. Let's run that. Okay, so that'll build. And I think, let's double check here, we got the 2-dimensional interactive display, and the Ka sprite should actually extend that. All of these should. So this is the 2-dimensional interactive display. Run our test, make sure that didn't break anything. Okay, so this is working. Sort of. Let's restart our server. Aha, okay, so mouse sprite, two-dimensional display. So sprite container two-dimensional interactive display. So sprite two-dimensional display container. And so on the 2D renderer, we need this. It says mock mouse notifier. Mocks. Yeah, okay. Weird. Okay, so that's an actual issue. And what we need to do let's run it again, okay. Make sure our tests are still passing. And we need to get out of here soon. So that'll build. Go CPU. Oh. So that failed. Correct. So we have this display event mouse input delegate. Display event mouse input delegate. This is throwing a find target and fire event. So let's figure this out first. We get the two-dimensional display node container test. And when we have this extend the two-dimensional display, it was very displeased. Two-dimensional display node. So let's find out what's going on here. So in that extended two-dimensional interactive display, this goes up to here. Okay, so the pointer event manager may not be if pointer event manager equals null. It's not equal to null. Okay, so that still passes. And now we need to find out why we're getting a sig fault here. There we go. So display event mouse input handler delegate. Display play node mouse. So, I hate when it does this. Display event mouse input handler delegate. So on mouse move, find target. This looks all okay, so I'm going to just say trace target. And we're going to trace event, pointer event. Persistent event. What? What is this? Oh, it's a function call. Okay. Trace event. Almost there. Open. There we go. What the heck? Okay. This one's unrelated. Okay, ignore. Let's try this again. Okay. So, what? Display event mouse input handler delegate. Mouse move. Pointing event input source listener. Is that what's going on? Okay, and so let's look at the injection settings. And it's going to go to our event manager. And this is pointing input source listener. Okay, so it should be wired up. But it's not. It's giving us a null on mouse move 132. So why isn't this hooked up? Okay. Something's not wired. I'm betting it's something to do with this. Now we need a button. Now that's super weird. Now we're getting this weird animated display issue. Necro. Let me see what zombie icon. So this looks pretty good. Reopen. There we go. There we go. Mouse is not breaking anything anymore. Okay. So do we have a minute? We have 1 hot minute. So we're going to do, we shut that down. And we're going to go to, shut this down. And we're going to go to programming. And we're going to go to live game assets. And we're going to just put a button in here. And we're going to open it with GIMP. We're going to just resize this a little bit. It's a little too gigantic. I'm going to say image, scale image, 100 to 64. That's perfect. So now we're going to save this. Go back to the zombie hand. We're just going to call it zombie button. Discard. Yeah. So now we're going to our playground, and we're going to actually add our to our UI layer our button bitmap node equals object creator create instance bitmap node, and we need to fix this. This is going to extend to interactive display, and that extends display node. Display node is fine. Display node container. This interactive display node, and that should do it. I should make this an interactive display as well. Interactive display. That should build fine. Doesn't. Bitmap node. two-dimensional interactive display. And mock display node container. Extends. This one's actually kind of ugly. This is going to be pointer event void. And that's that. So we're actually out of time. I gotta go. So didn't get to finish it today, but we'll have it finished tomorrow. So we just need to create our button, assign the image, and we're ready to go. All right. Let's run our tests, make sure they pass. And status, get add assets, get commit, wired of the pointer events, git push origin master, Scala master. There we go. Tests are passing. We're still relatively fast. We have 435 tests that execute in under a second, so it's pretty great. And so that's it for today. Happy coding, and we'll have this wired up tomorrow. See you later.